How to plan a photo shoot for a whole year. What we tend to do in any type of planning content day and planning for a whole year is that you do have a roadmap for the year. So the first thing I want you to think about is deciding what your year looks like for what you're about to sell. So that's a big part of what we like to do when we're planning content. It's helping our clients film for their offers, their launches, their new products, their rebrand, and also just looking at the year that they had. But more importantly, just having stuff there that they can always use and rebrand, as opposed to having to be like, I need to think of something on the spot. I don't have anything. How to plan a photo shoot for a whole year. Now, this is important. We're coming to this 6 weeks in, and you're probably thinking, why didn't you talk about this at the start of your podcast series, Tam? Well, now that I'm doing it for you now, take note, because you can do this method all year round, rinse, repeat, and thank me later. Shout out to my favorite photographer, Rocky. And again, this is what we do for our clients in Queendom. We help you with your branding days, your content days. We help you with the strategies, your storytelling, all of the things. So just know, if you hear all of this and go, I want some of this, because we actually have a photo shoot, branding day, luncheon day coming up next Monday, you're going to be on a part of this. So what we tend to do in any type of planning content day and planning for a whole year is we really want to make sure, if you are a business owner, entrepreneur, coach, service-based business, is that you do have a roadmap for the year, which means you're going to know when you're selling, when you're focusing on building engagement with your content, when you're also trying to focus on building authority, as well as also looking at your lead magnets. So you really want to decide, when you're mapping out a whole year of content and a whole year for planning a photo shoot, is how you can do this for one, ongoing, and also all in one go. And again, you'll always have moments where you'll do shoots with your friends, B-roll content and all of that as well. But the biggest key to this is this: the more you have at the start of the year, the less work you need to do to go, fuck, I haven't got any of these photos for this, that, and whatever. So the first thing I want you to think about is deciding what your year looks like for what you're about to sell. For myself, we have two offers. We've got the Queendom Mastermind and, of course, Empire. Throughout the year, we also, though, do free webinars. We do lead magnets from case studies, and we also do retreats and live events. So we know, in terms of categories, that we need to make sure that we have those types of content pieces mapped out, which means throughout the whole year. And again, this also then talks about the types of planning you need to do when you do launch your content for your programs and offers. But it's understanding, what are you launching for the year? And that's important. The second thing you want to do for planning a year of content is looking at when that is happening throughout the year. And look at also the fact that you're going to have some time off. You're going to have seasons in your business where you're not always going to be selling. In our beautiful space, we talk about our 4 phases, which is the Taylor, the Oprah, the Leo, and of course the Beyoncé. Our Taylor phase is all to do with engaging content, building lead gen, lead nurture. This is all to do with building our followers, your social media presence. So that type of content has everything to do with your freebies, your lead magnets, your low tickets. When you're looking at content for Oprah, which is authority building, that's all to do with being an expert in your field. For myself, live events, for speaking gigs, for my high ticket offers. And then, of course, when it comes to selling, that type of content has everything to do with your offers that you're launching too. And last but not least, when it comes to Beyoncé, that's where you're looking at your products, where you're not just selling to one type of niche, it's selling and building a community as well. So here's some things I just want you to think about as well. You've got your offer, you've got your year mapped out, you've got exactly what you're going to be promoting. Now it's looking at also making sure that you've got fillers for your content. They're the B-rolls. They're the video clips where you can sort of add in when, I just keep touching that mic. They're the video content pieces where you can add in B-rolls where, for example, today, since I've been here filming, the beautiful Dean has gotten some behind the scenes stuff. So planning a content shoot isn't just always about the forefront of the stuff. It's about the fillers that you can use for social media, for your clients as well, for photos, for your posts on your Facebook, for whatever platform you want to use. B-roll footage is almost like a safety net for having something as a backup if you've used everything you've already got. And also, depending on how you're leveraging social media, if you're using short form content. So that's a big part of what we like to do when we're planning content. It's helping our clients film for their offers, their launches, their new products, their rebrand, and also just looking at the year that they have, having fillers as well. But more importantly, just having stuff there that they can always use and rebrand, as opposed to having to be like, fuck, I need to think of something on the spot. I don't have anything. And so when you think of a year and you look at when you're selling, when you're also in attracting phase, which is all to do with like engagement, playing around with trends, this is social media, of course, maybe doing more podcasts, looking at long form copy, repurposing content for photo shoots are really good as well.
How often have you said, I spent my whole life studying, I've been to school my whole life, and I've actually learned nothing that teaches me the tools and strategies to build a successful business in the outside world. You've probably spent thousands of dollars on courses, or you've heard fake news from business gurus. Well, I'm here to give this incredible news to everyone here right now that this is Queendom University. Get out of debt and actually start making money in the online space, knowing and having the foundations to build a successful business. Now I'm talking because I have gone through the trenches. I have been a fitness coach, built my online business as a pro athlete, and now I am a business coach. You'll go from having absolutely no idea what your business is through, in the 8 weeks, learn the foundations of knowing what your purpose is, your vision and mission, and also understanding your business values with the execution to know what that business is. You'll also learn branding, social media, content strategy, marketing, and more importantly, how to sell. With Queendom University, it'll cut out the bullshit and remove all the fluff and get you working specifically on your business so you can execute this in 8 weeks to get ready to launch. I wanted you to have something where you get to access something straight away, where you get to fast track your growth, as well as remove any doubt, any overwhelming sensation or stress, or the question that everyone seems to ask, where do I begin? With Queendom University, you'll be able to build wealth, freedom, and at the end of the day, be an entrepreneur and be able to say, I have finally built my own thing, my own business. And I've stopped making money for someone else, and I'm now making money for my own empire. Queendom University.
But if you're someone like me who have different forms and sources of platforms, I always want to make sure I have a new season for my podcast. So that's a big tick. New content for a new year for my offers. Things to show of my community as well. And things that I can always roll out when I've got so much on that I can do video for short form content and have photos for graphics as well. Then it comes to the wardrobe, the mood boards. I like to use Pinterest. I like to use celebrities as, inspiration. You can see here some of the things that I've done for my past photo shoots. And then I decide on the theme for the photo shoot. This year for 2025, with Queendom being, and of course Empire being more of that legacy, I think gold, white and black. And I think of fonts as well. And so when you're looking at mood boards, you want to look at inspiration for yourself. It may be inspiration of the clothing, the shoes, the makeup, the hair. And then, of course, we don't want to forget the posing, how to be able to take a photo, how to be able to look and pose in different ways. I actually found it really hard when I was a fitness coach going into business, having to go from posing really strong and fierce to being a little bit more lifestyle and relax. So not just only when you're planning your photo shoot on offers, the programs, the look and feel, the B-rolls, it's the posing, it's the mood board, and it's the colors and tonalities and the theme for that shoot. And of course, like if you're someone who is a coach and you're doing free masterclasses, are you going to need more, graphics, photos for, things to roll out for free to give to your audience? So when we do photo shoots, we do a checklist as well. And then we start to look at as well the outfits. Again, always have more than one or two, I always think. One of my clients, Steph B, who I'm doing a shoot with tomorrow, she's like, is this enough? And I said no. And I'm the type of girl that when it comes to doing a photo shoot, I think have more options than none, because you're going to look back and go, fuck, I could have brought more. And also make sure you plan in advance getting your outfits ordered. I recently had 2 outfits ordered from New York, and it's only just come. Lucky I have something coming up next week. And again, I wish I had it for the shoot that I had, yet it's now that it's something I can use for later on. So plan more. And again, don't feel stressed about, budgeting for that. Shein or places like Chic are really good. You can use, again, I'm thinking Business Brain, Billy J, Runaway, White Fox. There's some great brands. Or if you're more in the fitness space, Muscle Republic, shout out to you guys. And then, of course, Riderwear, Muscle Nation, all of those things too.
Beautiful kings and queens, are you right now in a space where you're ready to take action and build your business, yet you struggle where to begin? You're feeling stuck and overwhelmed with all the things you need to do when it comes to building a business. Build the business of your dreams in the online space and be in the arena of all the incredible, great humans out there that are building 7 to 8 figure businesses. Now, the foundations that I truly believe in that you are going to learn through this membership is sales, marketing, content creation, social media, money mindset, and of course, branding. Now, all of this will be accessible for you to be learning what is currently hot right now in the market and how you can create your own business and build a successful business in the online space. All you have to do right now is DM Empire in my Instagram or email myself and my team, and we will get the ball rolling so you can have your empire and start making moves in the online space.
When you're planning for shoots as well, there's some things that you need to also remember from a technical aspect. Number 1, mics. Number 2, extra cameras. Number 3, battery chargers. Number 4, I think I said tripods. Mics for when you're speaking, because you're not always just going to be taking photos. You're going to be talking as well. And I would make sure that you have scripts or frameworks for when you are going to be talking to camera. Photo shoots or planning for a shoot these days as a business owner isn't just about a photo or walking into a camera, looking in the mirror, and that's a B-roll bit done. You have to be strategic and plan, if you're selling an offer, talking about some video content pieces you can film. So I have a rule of thumb that if I'm selling an offer or if I'm launching something, for example, Queen of the Close, our masterclass that we do for sales, I always want to make sure I have at least 10 to 20 reels filmed, pre-framed and frameworked, so that I can film it, scene it, talk about it, and have different elements of where I'm doing in different spots and locations. And that comes to another thing when it comes to planning a photo shoot. Please excuse my throat. Sitting down like this, my diaphragm is struggling. Locations is important, whether there's 1 or 2. Studio places are great. But I think lifestyle and having different options are always good. So plan a whole day for it. Have a videographer, have an assistant, or have a friend to help you. And have fun with it. Have lollies, have snacks. Have backup for things. Some things will always go wrong. Bring a suitcase full of stuff. Bring your straightener. Bring your hair kit. Bring makeup. Get your makeup done. All of the things. And have, again, a framework, which I'm going to give you right now. And that is this. 3 things. The goal, the delivery, and the result behind that goal of the shoot. And that is it. I've gone to shoots in the past where the photographer's like, so what do you want to do? And I go, I don't know, isn't that your job to tell me what to do? As business owners, I know we do and have all the hats on, but if you can plan and map out and come in with a plan in place, frameworks, storytelling, knowing your content, knowing what you're going to do, poses, outfits, all of that, it makes the job easier. And last but not least, don't be afraid to invest money into it. Why I work with Rocky all the time and why I work with him every year is because I believe he always gets the right images for me. He gets my way of working. I work really fast as well. And he just captures the moments, and it's worth the investment. Your business is worth the investment. So I hope that when it comes to planning your next shoot, you see it as a way of it's fun, it's playful, it gets to be exciting, and it will actually help you grow your business. And you know what? Behind the scenes stuff of a photo shoot is always fun for content and for your listeners and for your viewers and for your future clients to be a part of it. Now, if you're someone who wants to be a part of my world where I help you with photo shoots, I'm not a content creator, I'm a business coach. I specialize in sales and messaging, but I am an expert in branding as well. And what we help our clients with is getting them to have the best shoot in Queendom, because we help them strategize their reels, their messaging, and we plan it all for them. All they have to do is come and, of course, be part of our world for a year. So if this sounds like you and you're luxe and you're ready to invest in what we do, then make sure you DM Queendom in my inbox and say, I heard your epic episode on how to plan a photo shoot. I want to be a part of it. Let's have a chat. I am your host, Tamara Meyer, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode.
I'm in for playing big today with authenticity, because here is the thing. It's not about being perfect on stage, perfectly put together, which is important, yes. It's about being who you are. What if right now, because of today, in a year's time, you could look back and go, I did that scary thing. And that's a year from now where you went and made that decision. I'm going all in, committed to doing the work. I'm committed because this is so much more than me. It's not about me anymore.